The Tomcats in their own white uniforms with maroon trim. And Johnson will tee it up on the far hash mark. And back to receiver is and Norton for Rowan County. They're standing just inside the 10-yard line. The Tomcats and the Vikings here tonight. With a win, the Tomcats clinch a playoff berth in the Class AAA state playoffs in the state of Kentucky. And it'll be 8 out of the last 10 years that the Tomcats would have been in the playoffs. Charlie Johnson awaits a go-ahead from the official. And he's got it. And Mark Washington gets them on their feet, and here we go. Johnson approaches the football. It's high, but not very deep, headed for the sideline. And will bounce and hit and go out of bounds inside about the 15 to about the 14. Illegal procedures, the official call against the Tomcats, and the Rowan County Vikings have the chance here to get another kick from Charlie Johnson. He'll come back and tee it up at about the 35. Johnson just missed that one off the right side of his foot. And Johnson will come back and tee it up at the 35-yard line. So Tomcats are penalized for the first time tonight. Ashland has had quite a few penalties this year, 45 of them for 389 yards.
That's just been aggressive, playing very aggressive football.
Basically, yeah.
I think a lot of that's come from, the penalties come from being aggressive.
Johnson will tee it up again on the right hash mark at the 35. Again, Enderle and Norton standing at about their 15-yard line now. Johnson still very capable of putting it in the end zone. Try and keep you posted. Other games around the area tonight. Boyd County and Campbell County, Holmes and Greenup County, Ironton, Huntington East, and, of course, the Reds and the Oakland A's. He gets it high again, not very deep, headed for the sideline, but Enderle's going to pick it up at his 21. He's up across the 25, breaks one tackle, and is going to be swarmed down about the 27, 28-yard line. So Rowan County will start first and 10 in the neighborhood of their 27-yard line. Matt Brockler will be the quarterback, a 6'1 junior at 185. The running backs will be, the tailback will be Enderle, the man who returned the punt, a 5'10 senior at 180. And the fullback, more than likely, will be Kevin Caldwell, a 5'8 junior at 160. The wideouts, they rotate him. It'll be Norton, Cold Iron, and McClurg. The tight end will be Morehouse. Wide to the near side comes Eric Foreman. He comes wide to the near sideline. I mean, he's not...
Look at this.
Look at this formation they're throwing at Ashland. They put the football, they line the lineman up on the left and put the football in the middle of the field. They complete the pass to Norton across the 35-40 up near the 38-yard line. What a formation. The center line, what do you call that, Irv?
Well, it's just a kind of a crazy offense. You move the center around, put people around. If you remember, one year I did that against Boyd County. He came up and we threw the ball. You just move people around. It's really hard to say what kind of offense. It's not much of an offense. It's just kind of
a weird formation. A gain of 12 and a first down. Rowan County has it at their 39. The I formation, wideouts left and right. Brockler spins, going to leave it off to Norton, I think, or was it Enderle? Well, I'm not sure. I didn't wear my glasses tonight. I'm not very smart. Enderle's going to carry the football for about 5. He brings it across the 40 up near the 44-yard line. So let's give Enderle 5. Call it second and 5 for Rowan County now at their own 44-yard line, just shy. Football at the near hash mark. Wide to the near side comes Cold Iron. To the left side goes Norton. The I formation, Caldwell and Enderle in the I behind Brockler, the quarterback. Second and 5 at their 44. Ashland in a 5-man front. Enderle straight up the gut, gets a couple of 3 across the 45 up near the 47-yard line. Again comes Enderle. Going to be short of the first down. We'll bring up a third down and short about 2. Football at the 47-yard line for Rowan County, their own 47, third down and 2. Rowan County moving the football here on their first series. Wide to the left side goes McClurg, to the near side Norton. In the I formation, Caldwell, and the tailback is Enderle. Here's Brockler, pitch back to Enderle off the right side. Flag on the play. He's not going to get the first down. They run him out of bounds. Just shy of the line of scrimmage, about the 42. And we got a flag in the Ashland side of the football. Normally, that means illegal procedure against the offense, and that's what it is. So the Tomcats can decline the penalty here, make it fourth down about 2, or take it and make it 3rd and 7.
Dickie, I'm surprised that they didn't stay with the offense that Rowan County came up with until, they stopped themselves. They picked up the first down.
Sure.
You'd think they'd continue to do that because Ashland would have to stop, call timeout, make adjustments to that offensive set.
I agree with you. They went wide instead of carrying it up the gut where they had been successful. It'll be 4th and 2 for Rowan County. and a punting situation at their own. Well, the 4th and 3 is Enderley lost one.
They're going for it?
They come out looking like they're going for it. 4th and 3. They're in the I formation. Wideouts left and right at their own 46-yard line. And they're going to go for it. They're in legal procedure. Flags all over the place. Brockler throwing downfield. Pass knocked down by David Brown. It was intended for Morehouse at the Ashland 35. Incomplete. The Tomcats will decline the penalty and get the football. 1st and 10 at the Rowan County 46. Well, that surprises me, Herb Conley.
It sure does me.
They gamble early. Why would you do that? Try to give your football team some confidence?
They may try to do that, trying to make the big play early in the ball game. May give their kids some confidence, feel like they can win. But now it puts them in a real tough situation.
It really puts them in a hole. The Tomcats will take over 1st and 10 at the Rowan County 47-yard line. No score in this one. We played a couple of minutes.
And I don't think we have enough players on the field.
Rowan County is a couple of players short, and the Vikings have to call timeout. 9:34 left to go in the first quarter. There's no score. Back in a moment on WCMI.
At Armco, having state-of-the-art facilities is another of their strategic goals. Some projects to meet our goals have already been completed, like the Ashland caster and modifications to the cold mills. Armco has spent over $180 million over the last year to produce the quality products required by Armco's customers. Armco is spending money on various customer information systems, integrated technology, as well as on special information projects to make sure Armco has what it needs to lead the industry. Armco, America's steel maker.
Doug Moore, who owns Junior Food Mart at 29th and Belmont, is an Ashland native. And Doug wants to invite you to stop in to Junior Food Mart. It's a very convenient store. They're open 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. They have a fresh bakery, they have a deli, they have a friendly staff. They feature the BP oil products and gasoline. And Junior Food Mart does feature that convenience and with that friendly service. So Doug Moore says, hey, come on in. It's Ashland's newest tradition. Junior Food Mart, 29th and Belmont.
Well, the Tomcats take it 1st and 10, and they start at the Rowan County 46. Thomas off the right side. Gets maybe a yard as he falls forward. Nope, no gain on the play for Juan Thomas. It'll be 2nd and 10 for Ashland at the Rowan County 46. I don't look for Thomas to carry the football a lot tonight. I look for Hutton Johnson to get the call because they are nearing 1,000 yards, and Thomas is already over 1,000. Mitchell Coons comes wide to the left side. David Brown, the senior quarterback. Scott Johnson, Hutton Thomas in the wishbone. There's the give to Hutt. There he goes. 40, 35, 30. He's gone. Nobody will catch him. 10-5. Touchdown, Chris Hutt. Now the second play from the line of scrimmage. Chris Hutton jaunts 46 yards down the right sideline, and as the route is on, I guess you could say, as Chris Hutt gets his 12th touchdown of the year, as he goes 46 yards on his first carry, and the Tomcats lead it 6-0. A two-play drive that goes 46 yards. And picks up a Tomcat first down, but more importantly, picks him up a touchdown. David?
All right. Not going to make it, so I'll just stay here. Clayton Hill will kick. David Brown to hold. Blocked.
Well, that's odd. We haven't had one of those this year, have we?
Guy got right in, just busted up through there and didn't even get off the ground any. So with 8 minutes and 53 seconds to play in the first quarter, it's Ashland 6, Rowan County 0. Back in a moment on WCMI.
Tackle the fuel crunch at Boyd County Ford Mazda Jeep Eagle. Get fuel savings with the 1990 Eagle Summit four-door sedan. It's an automatic with air conditioning and much more. Its sticker price is $11,139. But now at Boyd County Ford, it's just $89.88 after incentives. In the backfield, get more fuel savings with the 1990 Ford Festiva. It has rear window defroster, 5-speed transmission, and more for only $59.99 after incentives. Wow, what a lineup. A 1990 Eagle Summit four-door sedan, automatic with air conditioning and more for only $89.88 after incentives, and a 1990 Ford Festiva with rear window defroster, 5-speed transmission, and more, just $59.99 after incentives. With deals like these, your team will be a winner in any division. Tackle the fuel crunch with fuel-saving automobiles from Boyd County Ford Mazda Jeep Eagle, 2119 Greenup Avenue, Ashland.
Ensuing kickoff taken by Enderley at about his 5-yard line, brings it up near the 18. And Rowan County will start 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line, trailing here early, 6-0 on the 46-yard run by Chris Hutt. Brockler brings him out wide to the left side, goes Foreman to the near side, Enderle, the I formation. Caldwell and Enderle in the I behind Brockler. 1st and 10 at his 18. Brockler spins, leaves it off to Enderle, and he's got nothing. In fact, he's pushed back to the 15-yard line. And a loss on the play for the Round County Vikings. So the Tomcats took just 2 plays to go 46 yards as Chris Hutt got the score. And now with another 86 yards, Chris Hutt will hit 1,000 on the season. A 2-yard loss for Enderle. It'll be 2nd down and 12 on a cool night in late October here in Moorhead. It's always a little colder in Moorhead, I guess.
Sure is.
Wide on the left side, Norton to the near side, Foreman. Again, the I formation for Brockler. 2nd and 12 at his 16-yard line. Brockler barks him out. Pitch back here's Enderle, and he got maybe a yard up near the 17-yard line. Juan Thomas from his defensive end spot getting him. By the way, Jimmy Bentine is back in uniform tonight and playing.
Looks like Bentine came from the backside.
It was Bentine, you're right. Enderle picked up the 2 he lost. It'll be 3rd and 10. Round of 1 in 3rd down conversions tonight. 7:25 to go in the first quarter. Ashland leading at 6-0 here early. 3rd and 10 for Round County at their 19-yard line.
Dickie, Round County is not going to be able to move the ball running the football against Ashland.
No way.
No question about that.
Norton comes wide to the left side, to the right side, Foreman. Here's Brockler to throw. He's under pressure, lets it rip. It's intercepted and dropped by Rhett Robinson up near the 30-yard line. He had it in his hands and dropped the football. Pass was intended for Cold Iron, incomplete. So Round County, a punting situation. Of course, they were in a punting situation last time, decided to go for it. And Mr. Capus, and lost the battle. But I would think Round County would punt with a football at their own 18-yard line. Their punter is Enderle, who is also their fullback. And double safety, Robinson and Kuntz standing at midfield. And Enderle does go into punt formation. Ashland leading 6-0, 7:05 left to go in the first quarter. Here's a snap, a little bit high, no rush coming, and Enderle gets it off. It's a wobbler that Kuntz will field at midfield, bobble it, pick it up. He's headed down the near sideline. The 45 fumbles the football. Tomcats have it at the 41-yard line. Not a bad punt by Enderle. Covers about 32 yards, and the Tomcats have great field position again. They'll start 1st and 10 at the Round County 41-yard line. Ashland leading 6-0. They took 2 plays to score that time. Let's see how many it'll take them this time. Johnson, Thomas, and Hutt in the backfield will check the offensive front. Jay Hale will be your center. At the guards will be Suman and Hackworth. The tackles Bentine and McRae Mann. The tight end on the right side is Crawford this time. Here's a give to Thomas off the left side. He pounds forward for 5, maybe 6. He fumbles the football, and the Tomcats have it again at the Round County 36-yard line. So the Tomcats have fumbled twice now. But have not lost them.
Kind of strange, Dickie. They fumbled 2 times here in a row, and a Tomcat player just happened to be right there.
They've fumbled. They've lost 13 fumbles this year as Thomas picks up 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Tomcats have lost 13 fumbles, but their difference in turnover margin is a +5. Again, the wishbone is tight. Here's Brown on the straight up the gut call to Charlie Johnson, and he got maybe a yard.
Looked like they were running a short trap with the fullback up inside, and the guard did not get over there in time.
Well, let's call it no gain for the Tomcats. Call it 3rd and 4. Tomcats first try at a 3rd down conversion tonight as Johnson gets 0. It'll be 3rd and 4 for the Cats at the Round County 36. Wide to the right side goes Wheeler. To the near side tight is LeMaster. Again, the wishbone tight. Thomas, Hutt, and Johnson in the wishbone behind Brown. 3rd down and 4th, around 36. Brown barks him out on the option. He's going to flip it to Thomas. There he goes. He's inside the 30, breaks a tackle. They may not get him. He's at the 20, the 10, 5, the touchdown to Juan Thomas. He called it all the way. All he had to do was break one tackle, and he did.
He broke the tackle in the corner, and it was all over.
Juan Thomas goes the distance, 36 yards, and the Tomcats lead at 12-0. And as we said earlier, the rout continues here at Round County at Moorhead. 5:20 to go.
We'll go for 2, Dickie.
All right, the Tomcats had their first one blocked, and they will go for 2 as Juan Thomas collects his 13th touchdown of the year. And the Cats will go for 2. Wishbone is tight. Wide to the near side comes Wheeler. Brown brings him out in the wishbone. Marks him out the line of scrimmage. He's looking in the end zone for Crawford. The pop pass, he's got it for the 2-point conversion. David Brown hits Scott Crawford for the 2-point conversion on the pop pass. And with 5:20 left to go in the first quarter, It's Ashland 14, Rowan County nothing. This is Tomcat football on WCMI.
You've been driving a car for 30 years or more and doing it safely, so you'd think you deserve a break on your insurance rates. So do we. If you're 50 or over, the Putnam Agency may be able to give you a discount on your auto insurance premium. In fact, we may be able to give you a discount on your homeowner's insurance as well. If you're over 50, call the Putnam Agency. Let us tell you how much your years of experience can save you on the premiums you pay for auto and homeowners insurance. The Putnam Agency, 16th and Winchester Avenue, Ashland, 329-2200.
31 Jetfire ready forward.
Hello, this is UK coach Bill Curry inviting all you Wildcat football fans to set your dial here for University of Kentucky football. The 1990 season offers an exciting schedule against teams from Indiana, North Carolina, and the always tough Southeastern Conference. Tune into the action each Saturday through the fall for Kentucky Wildcat football.
This is Kaywood Ludford inviting you to follow the Wildcats right here on Ashland Sports Tradition WCMI.
Johnson gets a go-ahead. It's high and deep into the 5. He set it up the right side across the 15, up near the 20-yard line, and he's smothered there. Rowan County will start first and 10 at about their 20, trailing 14-0 here in the early going. Other scores to pass along to you. Covington Holmes leads Green up 6-0 in the first. Ironton is blasting Huntington East 21-0, that one in the first. Huntington East has only won one game this year. Bob Frank's crew is struggling. 5 minutes to go in the first quarter, and Ashland's blown out to a 14-0 lead, and it's one of those games you can name that score. Rowan County comes out in the I formation. Norton goes to the right side, and to the left side goes Foreman. Brockler brings him out, first and 10, pitch back Enderleach, trying to cut it up outside. He's got him hemmed in, and goes down after a couple of yard gain up near the 22. It'll be second down and 8 for Rowan County at their 22-yard line. Ashland leading at 14-0. Thomas and Hutt again the 1-2 punch with a couple of more touchdowns here early.
How close is Chris now to 1,000 yards?
Well, he's what is it? He's only run it one time. 86 yards away. Wide to the near side now for Rowan County comes McClurg and Norton. Both wideouts to the right, the short side of the field, the I formation for Rowan. Second down and 8. Here is Brockler rolling right. No, he's going to give it to Enderle off the left side, and they've got him swarmed, and he'll go down after a yard gain maybe up near the 23-yard line. Didn't fool the radio announcer, but it sure didn't fool the Tomcat defense. As Enderle gets about 1, it'll be third down, and we'll call it 7 for Rowan County at their 23-yard line. They're 0 of 2 in third down conversions tonight. Hold.
Did you say that Rowan County's going double-A?
They're going double-A next year. They'll be in the same district as Russell and Fleming County, Mason, Trailing, East, and West.
Class A. You know, if they're going, I'm not sure they're going to be able to compete with those.
They may not be able to. Wide out to the left, third and 7. Pitch back Enderle, coming to the wide side. Got a couple up near the 25, and that's it. Going to bring up a fourth down situation for the Vikings of Coach Mark Meenick, and a punting situation, 4th and 5, at their 25-yard line with 3:13 left to play in the first quarter. Ashland leading at 14-0. Enderle has punted once tonight for 32 yards. Red Robinson and Mitchell Kuntz both go back in double safety. They'll stand near their 45. We have not had the football past the 50 yet, have we? Except the kickoff.
On the inside, we've had every time we've got possession of the ball, we was inside the 50.
That's what I thought.
And I'm not sure we won't have it this time.
Pretty good snap. Enderle gets it off. A low line drive. It'll hit at midfield. Kuntz is going to let it roll, and it's going to roll dead at the Ashland 46. So not much of a punt there off the leg of Enderle. It goes about 29 yards, and the Tomcats, for the first time tonight, will start in their own territory. First and 10 for the Tomcats. They start at their own 46. Still excellent field position, though, as Ashland has it leading at 14-0 with 2.5 to go in the first quarter. David Brown will be your quarterback. Johnson, Thomas, and Hunter the wishbone. The wideout is Mitchell Kuntz to the left. The tight end is Scott Marsh to the right. The wide side of the field, first and 10 Ashland at their 46. Round playing a pretty straight 50. Here's Brown to Johnson, straight up the gut, breaks a tackle at midfield, 45, and down to the Rowan County 44-yard line goes the hard-running fullback. He's close to the first down. They'll spot it at the 44, going to be about a yard short. We'll call it 2nd and 1. As Johnson gets his plus yardage for the night. Ashland now with 97 yards rushing in the first quarter on just 6 plays. Inside 2 minutes of the quarter, 2nd down and 1 for Ashland at the Rowan County 44. Matt Wheeler goes wide right, looks to be offsides a little bit. Wishbone is tight. Brown on the counter to Thomas. There he goes. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. Breaks a tackle. Oh, and he got tripped up just barely at about the 26-yard line.
I tell you what, Dickie, Jimmy Benzine, the right tackle on that side, I was watching him. He come off the ball and kept down on that linebacker and drove that linebacker about 7-8 yards.
He went from the 44 to the Rowan County 26, a gain of 18 for Thomas and the Tomcats. Juan Thomas now 4 carries for 60 yards. 1st and 10 for Ashland at the Rowan County 26-yard line. Again, the wishbone tight, puts off the far hash mark as Matt Wheeler comes wide left. Here's Brown on the counter to Hutt this time. Off the left side, breaks a tackle. He may go. He's at the 15, 10-5 touchdown. They won't catch him. Chris Hutt goes the distance, 26 yards, and the Tomcats have blown it out with 1 minute and 5 seconds. The clock continues to run. I don't know why. Now they stop it. 1 minute and 4 seconds left to go in the first quarter, and Ashland leads at 20-0.
How many times has Chris ran the ball?
Twice. For 2 touchdowns. This one goes 26 yards. The other one went 46. Well, now he's just 60 yards away from 1,000. And the Tomcats, I presume, will kick for this one. David?
All right. Lines are down. Dave Brown will hold. The kick to Clayton Hill is up and good. And with 1 minute and 4 seconds to play in the first quarter, it's Ashland 21 and Rowan County 0. Back in a moment on WCMI.
I really do love this house, Brad.
Me too, Julie.
But it looks so big and so bare.
Bare?
How are we going to fill all the rooms?
Well,
we need some new furniture, and I'd really love to carpet the living room and our kitchen appliances.
we'll talk to Third National Bank, Julie.
Third National Bank?
Right.
Oh, they just made us the mortgage loan.
Yeah.
And you're going to ask for more money for furniture and appliances?
Why not? Third National Bank has money to lend for furniture and appliances, too.
But, Brad, we're not big, important customers. We're just starting out.
Julie, Third National Bank understands the financial needs of young people, and they're here to help.
Third National Bank has banking services for young people just starting out, from checking accounts and mortgage loans to furniture and appliance loans. Third National Bank of Ashland, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Brad, what do you think of this color for the living room?
Julie!
Back at Rowan County High School, Charlie Johnson's kick taken by Enderley, and he brings it up near the 20-21-yard line, and Ashland, the round will start again deep in their own territory at about the 21-yard line. The Vikings trailing 21-0 inside a minute of the first quarter.
Yes? Somebody wanted to tell you hello here. I'll have to tell you in just a moment.
Okay. Chris Hutt, 2 touchdowns. Thomas with 1. And the Cats have driven 46, 46, and 54 yards in a grand total of 8 plays. This is a big, big mismatch, I can tell you that. It's back to Enderley, and Enderley has got nothing as he's hit at the line of scrimmage and pushed back. We're ticking inside 30 seconds of the first quarter. Ashland in command, 21-0, much like they did last week against Montgomery County when Ashland jumped out 21-0 on the Indians, and it was all over but the shouting. And that's about the way it is here tonight. Enderley got nothing. It'll be 2nd down and 10. It's going to be a long, cool night here in Morehead. Whatever happened to that old rule that you could remember? That old rule several years ago, if the coaches decided, that's it. Mercy rule, I guess, in football. We're at the end of the first quarter, and Ashland leads it at the end of 1. Ashland 21, Rowan County nothing. This is Tomcat football on WCMI. Well, we're back here at Rowan County High School in Morehead. Ashland leading 21-0, and a 2nd and 10 for Rowan County. And here's the pitch on the left side as Norton tries to get outside, and he's going to be swarmed down. Check that. I'm sorry. That's number 3, Danny Harris, who's into the lineup for Rowan County. I thought it was Norton, number 6, but it's 3, Danny Harris, and he lost about 6 yards on the play back to the 15-yard line. It'll be 3rd down for Rowan County. They're 0 of 3 in 3rd down conversions tonight. They have a 3rd and 16 at their own 15-yard line. Brockler brings them out. Again, the I formation. Wideouts left and right for Coach Mark Meenick's club. Brockler barking him out. Pitch back Enderle, trying to go around the right. They've got him down, and he'll get 5, maybe 6 yards across the 20 up near the 21 or 22. Comes Enderle and brings up another punting situation for the Vikings. The Vikings in that first quarter had 12 yards rushing and 12 yards passing. Ashland had 141 yards rushing, and that was it. They had the football 3 times and scored all 3 times, and they only ran 8 plays. A total mismatch. Enderle will punt it away for Rowan County. He's punted twice tonight for an average of 30.5. Back deep, Robinson and Kuntz. Good punt from, this is Brockler with the punt this time for Rowan County, and Robinson has to retreat, or Kuntz retreats back inside his 45, brings it up to midfield, and he'll be down at the Rowan County 40, about the 47-yard line, I guess. Nice punt by Brockler of 37 yards. And Ashland will take over again in Rowan County territory at the 47, leading at 21-0. Second quarter just underway, 10:20 to go. We'll get some scores for you in a moment. Mitchell Kuntz goes wide left, wishbone is tight. Johnson, Thomas, and Hutt back there. Behind David Brown, the senior quarterback. Tomcats jump the gun, and Scott Marsh, the tight end on the right side, the sophomore, will cost Ashland 5 on the illegal procedure call. He didn't miss too much, Coach.
Well, I'm quick. Can't breathe, but I'm quick.
I can't breathe. It's a long walk down there.
Sure is.
To the restroom, isn't it? Mark off 5, take the football back to the Ashland 48-yard line. It'll be 1st and 15 for the Tomcats.
This is the first time we've had the ball.
It's the first time we've had it. We're 3 for 3. Let's make it 4 for 4. Wishbone is tight, wide out to the left. Here's Brown and Johnson, and there he goes. He's inside the 45 and still pounding down near the 40-yard line of Rowan County. Big Charlie Johnson, the big fullback for the Tomcats, rambles for nice yardage. Not enough for the first down, but he picked up about 12 as he got it down to the Rowan County 40-yard line. Charlie now 3 carries for 21 yards. Hutt 2 for 72. Thomas 4 for 60. You get that feeling, huh? Second down and 3 for Ashland at the Rowan County 40. Again, the wishbone tight. Wide to the near side comes Wheeler. Brown barks him out, gives to Johnson off the left. First down as he's still plowing inside the 35 to about the 32. Tomcats coach just blowing them off the football.
Sure, the offensive line, I was just getting ready to comment. Looks like a lawnmower cutting grass. He's just mowing them down.
Just blowing them off the football as Johnson rambles for 7 more. It'll be 1st and 10 for Ashland now at the Rowan County 33-yard line. Inside 9 minutes of the first half. Ashland in command, 21-0. Wide left side goes Wheeler, the short side of the field. Johnson, Thomas, and Hutt in the wishbone. Lemaster tight right. Brown hands it off to, Juan Thomas, the last man through. He breaks a couple of tackles inside the 20 and tripped up at about the 19-yard line. Goes the 1-stick. Picks up another Tomcat first down. From the 33, they'll spot the football at the 19 and pick up a 14 yards. And another Tomcat first down.
Dickie, the last 3 or 4 football games, it looks like Juan has picked up his quickness. You know, he accelerates much quicker from his stance.
1st and 10, Ashland at the Rowan County 19-yard line. Wishbone tight. Here's Brown on the option. Leaves it off to Hutt. Hutt pounds outside the 15. He's to the 10, to the 5, and he's knocked out of bounds just shy of the goal line. Chris Hutt. Chris Hutt was looking for touchdown number 3 on the night, and he's just shy. As he's knocked down inside the 5-yard line, they'll spot it at about the 1. A gain of 18 and another Ashland first down.
He could have got that one in. That would have been 3 for 3.
Yeah, he'd have been 3 for 3. You're right. He's touched it 3 times tonight and has scored twice. And the other time, he gained 18 yards. He's 3 carries for 90 already. 1st and goal for Ashland at the 1. Brown brings him out. Wishbone tight. Wide out to the left side. Long count. Brown gives to Johnson. Touchdown. Charlie Johnson goes over from 1 yard out, so Johnson completes it in the backfield, and the Tomcats, all their backfield has scored. Or running backs anyway. Of course, David Brown hadn't, but he has thrown for a 2-point conversion as Charlie Johnson gets the 1-yard run. And Ashland leads it 27-0 with 8 minutes and 3 seconds to go in the second quarter. And Clayton Hill to try another one. David?
All right. Brown will hold. Clayton Hill's kick is up and looks good and is. with 8 minutes and 3 seconds to play in the first half. Ashland 27 and Rowan County 0.
28.
Huh?
28, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. That's too cold to turn back around.
That's what I thought.
It's Ashland 28, Rowan County 0. We'll be back here, and maybe this time around has the ball. We'll have a chance to talk with Rusty Burke.
Okay.
We'll do that when we come back in just a moment on WCMI.
You may be thinking, as you do every year at this time, about adding central air conditioning to your home. Well, General Heating and Air Conditioning has a better idea for you. Why not add an Amana electric heat pump onto your existing furnace? In the summertime, the Amana electric heat pump becomes a cool pump. Using your furnace's existing ductwork, it takes away the hot, humid air from inside your house and pumps cool, dehumidified, comfortable air throughout your entire home. Then in the winter, the reliable Amana heat pump helps you keep you and your family warm and cozy. It works in partnership with your furnace. The Amana electric heat pump, today's all-in-one heating and cooling system. Call General Heating and Air Conditioning and find out more about the new way to cool your home this summer and cut your heating bills in the winter. General Heating and Air Conditioning has the full story. Give them a call at 836-8143. Your Amana heat pump distributor is Mid-America Distributors. Call them today.
Tomcats leading at 28-0, and Rowan County will start first and 10 at their own 19-yard line on the kickoff by Charlie Johnson. The Tomcats rolling 28-0. The clock is rolling at 7:55 of the first half. I formation, wideouts left and right as Brockler brings him out. He spins, flips it out to Harris. Harris is swarmed in the backfield, and he'll go down about the 15-yard line.
There was a
he
mix-up
had nowhere to go.
I think a mix-up somewhere in the
Big mix-up. And he has to eat it back at the 16-yard line, a loss of 3. It'll be 2nd and 13 for Rowan County at their 16-yard line. .7:15 left to go in the first half. Ashland leading at 28-0. Again, the I formation. Brockler, the quarterback, he's got wideouts left and right. Brockler hands under, pitch back, and I don't know, I think they got another newcomer in the lineup carrying the football up near the 18-yard line. Coach Mark Meaning putting new players in the ball game more and more, and I think that was, boy, he's a little fella. I have no idea. 38 maybe?
38.
I don't know.
39 is coming out. He don't look a whole lot bigger.
No, he doesn't. He's a little fella, too. I have no idea who carried the football, but whoever he was, he gained 2 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 11 for Rowan County at their own 18-yard line. Backs are split. Brockler to throw across the middle. Intended for Coldine. He didn't want any part of that because he was going to get his head knocked off, and he just laid down.
I think he was hearing those footsteps.
Yeah. Rowan County just about quit. 6 minutes and 29 seconds to go in the first half. Ashland leading at 28-0. And we'll get the football back as the Vikings will have to punt it again. And Brockler, who punted the last time for 37 yards, going to try it again.
Dickie, Ashland may get to be able to run one of these back. I think they're lining up too deep, what it is.
And Brockler will get it off high, but not very long. He'll hit at his own 40, take a big hop up near the 45, bounce up to the 48, 49, and roll dead there. So it wasn't much of a punt, but it had a nice roll to it.
All right.
Here he's 31. Go ahead, David.
All right, Dickie. As we talked about, Dickie talked about in the pregame show, we've been telling you off and on throughout the evening. Rusty Burke is here at the ball game tonight, and I guess that's probably just about enough said. Rusty, just having you back with the ball club, I know it's a big thrill for you, and I know it's a big thrill for them.
Yeah, glad to be here.
On your way home for a few days, is that right? You're just coming from Lexington and on your way home.
Yeah. Home for the weekend. I get to check and go home for the weekend.
Are you gonna be able to stay home a little while, or?
Well, maybe 10 days. They said up to 10 days if I don't run a fever or something. Just depends.
Rusty, how do you feel? How do you physically feel?
Well, I feel a lot better than when I went in. I think I'm doing pretty good.
Doctors tell you anything, or what's coming up for you?
Well, They're thinking about the bone marrow transplant. That's what's coming up.
Are you off the chemotherapy and stuff now?
Yeah, right now, yeah.
What if you? I know it's been an episode. I know that's in somebody's life that you obviously wouldn't want to go through or wouldn't want to wish on anybody, but it makes you a lot more thankful, I guess, for football, friends, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Guys been coming down to see you?
Yeah, a lot of them have.
And you get to listen to the ball games and see them? Do you do both?
Yeah, they send me film.
Listen to Dickie and Herb and I?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think? You haven't seen these guys in a while. Let's talk about the football team a little bit. Of course, it's a little hard to tell tonight, I know, but they're rolling.
Yeah, they look real good. I miss it.
Yeah. Well, you've been fighting this thing, and you're going to lick it.
Yeah. I know, yeah.
Your dad's back over here. Come on over just for a second. How you been doing? You've been on the road a little bit too, I guess.
Yeah, I've been just, been running Lexington tonight, and trying to watch the Tomcats until rusty in on what's happening with the Tomcats and stuff. So, yeah, I've been pretty busy.
Got a tough cookie here, don't you?
Yeah.
I think he's glad to be here.
Yeah, he's glad to be here. He didn't find out till this morning he's going to be here, and hopefully he'll get to stay 10 days. It depends on whether he runs the temperature or not. And we just have to wait and see. Hopefully he'll be here for the Russell game, and we can watch it. I don't know.
Well, he almost had to be down here on the field before the game started. Rusty walked in, and the Tomcats were out on the field, and I don't think they knew exactly who was here. When you're coming in, and of course Coach Marks and the rest of the team were all focused on the ball game, and it took a while for everybody to realize who was here. And of course, word spread quick. And what'd you do? Did you get to lead them in calisthenics, or get them started, or?
Yeah, I started them up.
Yeah, that was the guy. Yeah, the guys just went totally berserk. That's for sure. Good to see you. Hope to. We'll see you next week, hopefully, on the sidelines. I know that's the game you wanted to be at the Russell game.
Yeah, I wish I could be there. That's a big game. That'll be.
Yeah, that'll be for the championship, hopefully.
Yeah, should be a good one.
Take care of yourself this week. Anything you want to tell anybody back home? I'm glad to be home.
Yeah.
Be home tonight, huh?
Be home tonight, that's right. Thank you,
man.
Thanks, Dick. All right, Dickie, back to you.
The Tomcats had the football. We're marching, proceeding. Action here is not very much, and that young man's a hell of a lot more important than any football game, I'll tell you that. And Tomcats were proceeding to march down the field. Johnson fumbled it. Rowan County got it. And since then, it picked up a first down as they moved it up to where is the football? 42-yard line, I guess. And for Rowan County, I've got them as their second first down of the night. Rowan County has it 1st and 10. We'll call it the 42-yard line, the I formation for Brockler in the backfield. They've got two more new youngins in there. Her number 14 is going to carry. That's Billy Counts. And Counts doesn't get much of anything. Maybe a yard.
Thomas from a defensive end came diving down inside with one arm, tackled him, and then it looked like a couple other defensive people inside just cleaned him up.
3 minutes left to go in the half. Ashland leading at 28-0. 2nd down and 10 for the Tomcat, or for Rowan County, I'm sorry, at their 42-yard line. Not much time left. Keep that clock rolling, sports fans. Isn't that what you say, Coach?
Right, keep it on the ground.
28-0. I mean, this was decided. It's over. Wideouts go to the right. I formation. 2nd and 10 for Rowan at their 42-yard line. Brockler barks him out. He's looking to throw. Rolling to his right under pressure. Lets it rip, and it's incomplete up near midfield. Intended for McClurg. Brockler now is 2 for 6 through the air for 19 yards. It'll be 3rd and 10 for Rowan County. They're 1 of 5 in third down conversions tonight at their 42-yard line. Greenup County has come back to take the lead over Covington Holmes, 9-6 in the second quarter. Ironton leading Huntington East 21-0 at halftime now. If Greenup County can beat Covington Holmes, the Musketeers will make the playoffs.
The Clay County Belfry game, was that an 8 o'clock game?
That's an 8 o'clock game. We'll have that score for you, hopefully, at halftime sometime. I formation, wideouts left and right. Here's Brockler going to give last man through. I think it was Enderley. Well, you don't know how much you miss your glasses until you don't have them. And that was Counts with a football, and he got a couple of 3, not much. Give him 2 up near the 44, and it'll be a punting situation. passes. Laid him right down there and forgot him.
I'd like to see Ashland receivers here catch the ball this time and see if they could run one back. I believe they could run it back if they could get the catch it.
Brockler to punt. It's high, but not very deep. Brad Robinson will let it hit and go out of bounds at about the 28-yard line. So the Tomcats will start with their worst field position of the night, believe it or not.
Flag on the play.
Oh, yes, we do. We've got a flag back up near midfield, and it's going to go against Ashland. Probably an illegal man downfield or a clip of something of that nature.
We do have a flag on the play.
Well, they're going to give him a first down. They're going to give Rowan County a first down. Okay. Down to the Ashland 46-yard line. Holding is the call. A 10-yard penalty, which will give Rowan County a first down, their third of the night. And the Vikings will have it 1st and 10 at the Rowan County 46. Trailing at 28-0, just 2 minutes and a second left to go in the first half. Tomcat defense working on their third shutout. When's the last time somebody scored? Yes, you got to go back to Portsmouth back on September 28th. Brockler's got him. Broken backfield, wide outs to the right, give right up the middle, and getting a yard to the 45-yard line was the fullback, and not Counts this time. Might have been Caldwell, 33, or Collins.
Charlie Johnson looked like Stuart Hackworth, Benteen, and on the tackle that time.
It was Caldwell with a carry, and he got one. Called it 2nd down and 9 for Rowan County at their 45. Clock rolling, 1 minute and 10 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Ashland leading at 28-0. Wideouts come to the left side, Norden and McClurg. Brockler's got a broken backfield back there, 2nd and 9 at his 45. He's going to give it to Counts off the right side, and he didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. This is Rowan County's furthest penetration of the night, and he didn't get a thing. In fact, he lost a yard. The one they gained before. It'll be 3rd down and 10 for Rowan County. At the Ashland 46-yard line as Brockler looks to the sidelines and comes in with a new play. Clock is rolling, 32 seconds left to go in the first half. They may not get this half. They're going to run this one, I guess. And that will probably be it unless they throw an incomplete pass. 20 seconds to go in the half. 3rd down and 10 Round at the Ashland 46. Again, wide out to the left, Norden and McClurg. Here's Brockler looking to throw. Under pressure, lets it rip down the far sideline. Complete and dropped by Norden at the Ashland 24. Stops the clock with 10 seconds to go. Norden had in his hands, hit him in the wrong place, and he dropped the football.
I don't think the receivers like to go across the middle very well.
It'll be 4th and 10 for Rowan County at the Ashland 46-yard line. Tomcats in command, 28-0. Scored 3 first-quarter touchdowns and 1 here in the second. And should be able to coast in from here. 4th and 10 Round at the Ashland 46. They won't punt, but they'll go for it. I formation, wideouts left and right for Brockler. He brings him to the line of scrimmage, barks him out, looks to his left to throw the football. Got McClurg inside the 40 to about the 37-yard line. Not enough for the first down. They stop the clock at 5 to look it over. It won't be enough, I can tell you that right now. It'll be about a yard short, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Ashland, but they won't get a playoff as they'll start the clock rolling as soon as they set the change. 5 seconds to go in the first half. Ashland leading at 28-0. The Tomcats come out on the field. Chad Sire is the quarterback. They start the clock. 3 seconds to first half over. At the end of one half of play, it's Ashland 28, Rowan County nothing. This is Tomcat football on WCMI.
You know, I believe fall is about my favorite time of the year. Football, the World Series, hunting and fishing. But I believe the best part of all is seeing the leaves change colors. Well, this fall, you'll notice one more thing changing colors, but unlike the trees, this change will be from orange to green as Gulf becomes BP. Now, the folks at Clark Oil are really excited about this change and hope you'll stop in soon to let us show you just how good our new BP products really are. We think you'll appreciate the changes, and you'll like what stayed the same.
Addington, a name you can trust, a name you can count on. Addington employs over 700 Kentuckians in their family of companies. Described in Fortune magazine as one of the nation's fastest-growing companies, Addington Addington is one corporate citizen that Kentuckians can count on.
We're very fortunate indeed to have such a civic-minded firm as Addington Resources based in our area. The city of Grayson is especially grateful to Addington Resources and its officers for their generosity after the disastrous fire that destroyed Pritchard Elementary School in March of 1988. We're also grateful and thankful for their very valuable help in our industrial development efforts here in Grayson.
That's C.W. Stevens, Executive Secretary of the Grayson Chamber of Commerce. He knows that when it comes to you and your environment, that Addington is making the future better today. Addington, with its model, environmentally secure sanitary landfills, its road construction and gold mining operations, makes Addington the leader. Addington, a name you can trust, a name you can count on.
A tradition just like the Tomcats, the Bluegrass Grill of Ashland is a tradition. The Bluegrass has the same outstanding food. You can order breakfast beginning at 6 from our menu or the fabulous breakfast bar. And on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 4 till 9, try the dinner buffet. Homemade pies are baked fresh daily at the Bluegrass Grill. Bluegrass, it's a family place to Bluegrass Grill, 35th and Winchester Avenue in Ashland.
Back at Rowan County High School in Moorhead, where the Ashland Tomcats have a commanding 28-0 lead over Rowan County here at halftime. The Tomcats started off in the first quarter with 3 first-quarter touchdowns. Chris Hutt got the first at the 8:53 mark. A 46-yard run on just the second play from the line of scrimmage. The kick was blocked, and Ashland led it 6-0. With the 5:20 mark, the Tomcats got their second one as Juan Thomas went around the right side for 36 yards out. Again, a 46-yard drive, this time in 3 plays. Brown hit Crawford with a 2-point conversion. Ashland led it 14-0. The Tomcats led yet another score in the first quarter as Chris Hutt got his second of the night. This time a 26-yard run, 54 yards in 3 plays to drive. Hill with his first extra point of the night. Ashland led it 21-0. And the Tomcats got their final score of the half as Charlie Johnson went over from the 1-yard line. A 5-play drive, again 46 yards. Hill goes now 2 for 3 on the night, and Ashland leads it 28-0 here at halftime. A total offensive domination and defensive domination by the Ashland Tomcats as we expected here at Moorhead this evening. We'll come back in a couple of minutes on WCMI.
We need to talk about the future and my freedom.
Okay.
How long have I been coming here?
Oh, golly, I guess.
A long time, eh?
Yes, a long time.
And all this time, I've never asked for special favors or treatment or anything like that.
No.
Not that you didn't make me feel special. You did, and I appreciate it, really.
Thanks.
It's just that from now on, it's going to be different.
Different?
Yes, different. I'm over 50 now, and I just want more. I want my freedom without all the obligations.
She wants something she can't get just anywhere. She doesn't want to pay for checking any longer, or for checks, or for her Visa or MasterCard, or for traveler's checks, money orders, cashier's checks, or her Quest card, or notary services. She wants interest on her checking account, a bonus on her CDs, and an annual estate plan analysis. She wants a lot, and she wants it all free. And she can get it, too, at the Bank of Ashland.
Here, Louise, sign this and have your freedom.
Thanks, Max. I knew you folks at the Bank of Ashland would understand.
Bank of Ashland understands with the Freedom 50 account. Member FDIC.
If you've been considering central air conditioning for your home, Thornton Refrigeration wants you to do some fresh thinking. Have you ever thought about adding an Amana electric heat pump instead of just a central air conditioning system? In the summer, an Amana add-on electric heat pump air conditions your home and keeps it cool and comfortable like any good central air conditioning system. But that's just the beginning, because an Amana add-on electric heat pump can also save you money all year round. In the winter, the Amana add-on electric heat pump helps your old furnace heat your home more efficiently. So if you're thinking about central air conditioning, take the advice of Thornton Refrigeration and think about the year-round comfort system, the reliable Amana electric heat pump. Find out more by calling Thornton Refrigeration today at 325-1703. You'll learn all the reasons why today's modern Amana electric heat pump is the smartest way to cool and heat your home. Your Amana heat pump distributor is Mid-America Distributors.
Back at Rowan County High School, that's how much time we got. We don't have any time. We're back at Rowan County with Ashland in command, 28-0.
What was your number on that?
We're having a little convenient guessing game, I guess you could say. Maybe a little broadcasting lottery up here. We're trying to guess how many plays it'll take the Tomcats to score when they take the second half kickoff. I said 4. Okay. How many did you say? 6. Coach Conley says 6, and Dirk says 3.
That's with the first team.
That's with the first team. That's right. If he puts the
strictly varsity.
JV, yeah, that's strictly varsity. You're right. If it's junior varsity, it may take a little longer. 10.
We decided on
10 plays? All right. That's pretty convenient, I guess. Well, it really hadn't been much of a football game. Of course, we really didn't come out here expecting much of a football game, did we?
Well, Dick, this is the first time I've seen Rowan County play. I saw it last year, and I thought Rowan County last year was a little more aggressive. I thought they got out, even though their ball game, Ashland beat them 50, I think close, 55-14.
55-14.
I thought they played pretty hard. I really did. I thought they hit and looked like their program may be underway, but, tonight, I don't know, maybe they're intimidated, and I wouldn't be surprised if that is a big factor. Ashland coming in, being able to dominate so many teams, and especially after last week's 63-0 win over Montgomery County, and then Ashland's high rating this year, and players like Juan Thomas, Charlie Johnson, Chris Hutt, and that big, strong offensive line, and the good defensive team that Ashland has, that word spreads out through the state of Kentucky, and people start to have a little fear of that.
Well, Don McReynolds and I talked about this last week, Coach, and you can see it. We've seen it over the years, and you've had teams over the years that comes into a game like this, and they know the opponent doesn't have any business on the field with them, and it turns out that you make a lot of mistakes, and you come out and you lollygag and you flip-flop around and you win by a couple of touchdowns. But what impresses me about this football team, I think they have the killer instinct. They've proven it. It looks like they're proving it.
Well, I do too, Dickie, and I'll tell you what, I focus in on that a great deal, and I think Coach Marsh and his staff has done a tremendous job of getting the kids to understand, every game is important. You have to play hard, every play, and that's the key to it, is getting the coaching staff to get to these young men and let them know that the importance of playing every play and playing hard. If you do that, when I coach a lot of times, I tell my football team, if you play hard, play the way you're capable of, and give every ounce of energy on every play, we'll win the football game 20, 30 points. There's no question in my mind we can't win that much. It's just a matter of us going out and perform. Now, if you don't get out and perform and play hard and do the things you're capable of, then your opponents start feeling like they can play with you, and then the next thing you know, you're into a ball game, and you might not come out as a win, which you should have won maybe 30 points. But no question in my mind that it can happen. It's just a matter of, getting your kids to believe that every game is so important that they have to play well, and you can't go out and relax. And another thing, relaxing and not getting ready to play, Dick, you have injuries.
That's true.
And if you notice, Ashland has been injury-free, and knock on wood, hope they continue that way. But when you play hard, you usually have less injuries, and when you get out and you loaf around and you play easy, that's when you're going to get hurt.
No doubt about it. The Ashland Tomcat Pep Band, or marching band, has just completed their halftime festivities, and around county marching band will be performing here at halftime, and then, of course, we'll play the second half of football. We'll try and catch up on some scores. I don't know where they went to. What did I do with my scores? Oh, you got it over here.
Book.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Let me see. Nothing new. Greenup County 9, Covington Holmes 6. That's in the second quarter. Ironton beating Huntington East 21-0 into halftime. Don't have anything on Boyd County and Campbell County or Belfry and Clay County as of yet. And the Reds and Oakland are just now getting started.
Sabo hit a home run, 1-0.
Chris Sabo has just hit a home run. The Reds lead it 1-0 in the second inning. That's great news. And World Series game number 3. We'll come back at halftime here at Brown County High School in a couple of minutes on WCMI.
School is back in session now, and children throughout the tri-state are enjoying Johnson's All-Star Milk with their lunch. Johnson's All-Star Milk comes from local dairy farms, and it's processed locally. And that means fresher milk for your child. Buy the milk your children drink at school. Johnson's. Johnson's All-Star Dairy, your local hometown dairy since 1931.
This is really a beautiful home, Julie.
Oh, thanks, Kathy. Brad and I looked and looked. We found a house in this neighborhood and fell in love with the place.
Oh, I don't blame you. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Say, you must have really had to put down a chunk to get this place.
To be honest with you, not really.
And I guess you had to go through some big mortgage loan company.
No, we didn't go to a big mortgage company.
No, we went to Third National Bank for our mortgage loan.
Come on, a bank? But this is your first home.
That's right. Third National Bank makes loans to first-time home buyers. They were very understanding and really worked with us.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm. This is really a beautiful place.
Third National Bank understands your financial needs, and we're here to help. Third National Bank of Ashland, member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Brad?
Yeah?
You may know a lot about home financing, but you sure are a lousy cook.
Huh?
The hamburgers on the grill outside, they're burning.
Oh, no!
If you're renting an apartment or home, you have special insurance needs. While you're not responsible for the house or apartment itself, you do need coverage for your personal property. TV, stereo, furniture, and any appliances that belong to you. You also need liability insurance in case someone is injured while visiting. The Putnam Agency and Continental Renters Insurance can help provide the coverage you need in a single policy. Before you move, call the Putnam Agency for Renters Insurance. The Putnam Agency, 16th and Winchester Avenue, Ashland, 329-2200.
You know, that got him quiet, didn't he?
Well, at Rowan County High School, Ashland leading at 28-0, and David Payne has a very, very special guest with him, huh?
Loosey-goosey, boys, when you're up. It's been 2 straight weeks of this. I love it. Tomcats lead it here 28-zip, as Dickie told you at halftime at Rowan County. And over here on the other side, which, if they told you the complexion of the stadium, the seats are all on one side, but we have our faithful following over here walking the sidelines with us, quite a few, matter of fact. And 2 of them that I want to talk to right now are gentlemen that are connected with the Ashland School System. Steve Gilmore, Assistant Superintendent. Larry Brown, Vice Chairman of the Ashland School Board, Kentucky Power Company employee, full-time, and school board man, well, part-time, yeah. Anyway, I want to talk about the complex and the athletic complex at Blazer High School, and I guess, Steve, maybe you can update us on where you stand. I know you have a board meeting Monday night. What's going to happen?
It's a very important board meeting in that regard. I expect John Myers, who has been employed as architect on this particular project, will make a report. I don't think there'll be anything real firm for Monday night, but I suspect within a couple of weeks that we will actually start goods to development.
Well, of course, he's getting some interruptions here by the other part of the faithful following, I guess you could say. So we'll be ready to go with we'll be actually ready to go with some of the excavation if everything goes smooth, Larry.
Well, I'll tell you what, Dirk, I think what we need to do first, hopefully John Myers will enlighten us a little bit Monday night, but we want to move the parking lot, the existing parking lot, over to the practice baseball field within the triangle, and we'd like to see that done before the first of the year. And that's correct. And then what we'd like to do is go ahead and start excavation work and start our new 8-lane track and our soccer field and a baseball field and a practice football field. And I'm real excited. The board has been very supportive, and the community has been very patient, and we'll hope that they continue to be so.
Well, of course, we have your patience is the right word, because we've talked about this thing for, well, the white paper actually is 6 years old. We've talked about it, I guess, when Glenn Riddle first became principal Blazer 11 years ago. I can remember the first discussions about it. But I guess a lot of people are shaky about it. They want to see ground broke or some kind of bulldozer over there or something like that, I guess, maybe before they actually will think this thing's going to be a reality. Though I guess some of us that have been around for a while, and it's become that close before and not happened, Steve.
Mr. Brown is very, he's right on target. This Board of Education has been extremely supportive of this project. In fact, has probably worked harder than any before, but the fact of the matter is we haven't had any money. And with House Bill 940 and with the difference in the funding mechanisms for local districts, with the utility tax we have, with the facilities that we now have, and I think our townspeople should and are very proud of, there's no district has any finer facilities for our young people to go in and be